Hey guys, this is Dan back for Generation Productions, and today we're talking about Star Wars. Thought I'd keep this raggedy look around for the Star Wars thing, a bit like the Obi-Wan Kenobi type thing going, with the beard and the messed up hair from being out in the desert. But let's talk about lightsabers. Now, my favourite lightsaber of all time would have to be this electronic lightsaber, which goes all the way down into the hilt, and if you push this little button here, it will just go lights and sounds, and you get this really feel of it being like almost like a real lightsaber, even with clashing sounds. And there we go. So this to me is like an ultimate lightsaber. I love this thing. I think this one's absolutely brilliant. Of course, though, it's not the actual same size as a normal lightsaber hilt. This is like double the size of a regular lightsaber hilt. But it has to be that way to get all the blade down the shaft, so it doesn't look silly with like a little bit of blade sticking out the top. Then we had another one which was like smaller, again in comparison, and went also inside down the hilt. Then there was another release, which is a more kiddified version of lightsabers, and I'm like, this is really, really weird. We have these totem pole looking lightsabers with Darth Vader, a stormtrooper, Luke Skywalker, and of course R2-D2. And I thought when I was looking at all these weird little these things, I was thinking, geez, this is really, really screwed. I mean, they look absolutely weird and crappy looking. I mean, it's just like they look like totem poles. I mean, they look absolutely ridiculous. So my thought was, well, to be honest, lightsabers should not be the same colour as, all this kind of thing, right? So my idea, decide, was to actually customise these things, because those things look absolutely garbage and absolutely crap. I decided it was time to actually level up, if you will, the look and the design of these lightsabers. Now again, these may or may not be for sale on my eBay store before long, but I just thought I'd just give it a bit of a shot and do a custom. And here we are, the sort of updated look of the lightsabers. Now, true, I used the proper paint, which I probably should have done. I just used these coloured uni paint text markers to actually do it with, and I kind of like how these turned out, because the idea of the lightsabers being a metal actually looks far more better looking than just your average thing. Because like I said, if these things are supposed to be like almost like totem poles, at least make them more totem-like, with subtle details that sort of harken back to the characters, but they should be more metal based, as opposed to their true colours. Example with the Luke Skywalker and the Darth Vader one. So I did that sort of bit of customising there. This is the Darth Vader one. As you can see, it has a good, reasonably good extension for the toy. Not exactly sure how actually tall it is, but if I was to measure my arm along it, it'd be basically half my arm's length. So it's a pretty long blade into the hilt, which is absolutely amazing from that standpoint. But you still get this little bit of taffel at the top, and that's the one thing I a little bit hate with these new renditions of lightsabers. They look kind of like the old style retro lightsabers, where you have a little bit sticking out for when the lightsaber flicks. But again, I think these are like arm's length, and the reason why I like collecting these flick out lightsabers as opposed to the more lights and sounds versions is because the lights and sounds versions, if you have seen them, normally, come on, normally have a bit sticking out like that. For most lights and sounds lightsabers, you turn it on and the whole thing lights up when you extend it like so, and that. But these ones that extend all around and down inside, I absolutely love more compared to like some of them have got a bit sticking out because lightsabers, if not many people know, is supposed to be like a laser or like some sort of energy beam that extends from the lightsaber. So when you have it well hidden, like so, as opposed to something like this where it's not well hidden, it just takes away the effect. That's the reason why I like some of these flick out lightsabers, and some of these other ones that actually extend right down inside the blade. Okay, sometimes it may make it bulkier, or sometimes the saber has to be shorter to fit inside the hilt. But again, if you can see here, if they gave it a couple more inches in here, then they could actually make it have actually sat down inside, and so that would have been better. I love when lightsabers actually, the colours actually sit down inside the actual hilt. I do have some of those as well, but I'm not going to be showing them today. I think I've shown them on the channel before, but if I don't, I'll have to do that at some point. But yeah, so these are my new customs. So let's have a look at the show off the Darth Vader one. Here's the Luke Skywalker one. The reason why I cast Darth Vader and Luke in bronze, or colour them in bronze, was because I wanted to give it a sort of like a unique effect. Originally I was going to do them gold, but the gold texture really made things look a little bit worse for wear. As you can see, the gold colour I used on the Stormtroopers' buttons here. But yeah, so yeah, and this is the Stormtrooper saber. Again, yeah, and then we have the last but not least, the R2-D2 one. Maybe it would have been better with a coat of metallic paint, but then again I was kind of worried about these top bits. Maybe I should put something around them, but I don't know. But there we go, people. That's my Totem Pole lightsabers, I believe. I'm not sure what they're actually originally called. I think they're part of the Blade Builders collection. But when I first saw these things, I was like, nah, they look absolutely ghastly as compared to, something that's actually metal. I think the idea of actually making a lightsaber metal is a lot more realistic, as you can see from this one, Luke Skywalker, Rey, whatever you want to call it, lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber. As you can see, the metal, the metallic paint job on that looks absolutely brilliant. Same sort of thing would apply to the, the R2-D2 one. Having the more metallic look to the saber gives it more of a feel. So, who was it who did this one? Hasbro, if you guys do make any more lightsabers, even these kitty version, Totem Pole kitty versions, please make them more metal-like, like gold, silver, or even like I did here with the bronze. Just give it something a little bit more than just like that's a character. I mean, if you take that off, you can imagine this something like this being like on Veggie Tales. I mean, it's just really, really silly. Really, really silly. But I really sort of like the way the metallic version paint jobs I've done have come out. They haven't. I mean, I probably need a few more coats, or they need to actually be properly painted with proper paint, but instead of just texture paint. But the point being is, it still looks quite amazing, and I really highly recommend if anyone has or goes and buys these, please try and customise them into these kind metallic versions, because the metallic versions look absolutely better than these crappy totem pole looking lightsabers. I mean, these totem pole things look absolutely silly. The only reason why I have a couple was because I wanted to compare them to the repaints I did. But yeah. Okay, people, thank you all for watching. Catch us all. Have a nice day. Bye.